Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. What I'm about to tell you is pretty much the kind of move that could shake up the entire NFC South and give the Falcons a serious boost heading into the second half of the season. Rumors are swirling around a potential blockbuster trade that could see the Atlanta Falcons land Trent McDuffie, the cornerback from the Kansas City Chiefs. And let me tell you, if this happens, it might be one of the most impactful moves for the Falcons in recent memory. We're talking about a player who's not just good. He's elite, a real game changer on the defensive backfield, and someone who could elevate this entire secondary to new heights. So what's the scoop? Well, sources close to the league, echoing the insights of Adam Schefter, suggest that the Chiefs, sitting at 5-4 with a defense allowing just 17. 7 points per game, could be open to trading McDuffie in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026. The Chiefs are in a pretty good spot this season, but they're also looking ahead, trying to optimize their roster after the peak of the Patrick Mahomes era. And with Kansas City having a cap space of around $18 million going into November 2025, they're eyeing some relief, especially as they look to extend some of their wide receivers and shore up their pass rush. Now, McDuffie is a player who's been turning heads all season long. His stats are nothing short of spectacular for a cornerback in his third year. In 2025, he's tallied 32 tackles, 15 assists, and made 47 combined plays. Not only that, but he's recorded a sack and an interception, with a coverage grade of 85. That's among the best in the league. His EPA per target sits at -0.35, showcasing how effective he is at limiting big plays, and his PFF grade of 88. 0 puts him in the top 8 among all cornerbacks. Remember, this isn't just about numbers, it's about how he impacts the game. McDuffie is a true man-to-man specialist, and his ability to shut down top receivers could be a huge boon for Atlanta, especially considering how much the Falcons have struggled against elite WRs this season. Comparing him to other top players, McDuffie is on the same level as some of the best young corners out there, like Patrick Surtain Jr., who made an immediate impact for Denver. His career totals include over 150 tackles, 5 interceptions, and an average PFF grade of 86. 5 with 2 Pro Bowl appearances already under his belt. What makes him even more appealing is his durability. Despite playing roughly 95 snaps per game, he's avoided major injuries, which is crucial for a team like Atlanta that's been hit hard by injuries in their secondary. And here's where it gets really interesting for the Falcons. The Chiefs are looking to free up some cap space, about $12 million, by trading McDuffie, which would allow them to prioritize extending other key players and improve their pass rush, which has only managed 15 sacks so far. For Atlanta, bringing in a corner of McDuffie's caliber could be a turning point. Our secondary has shown flashes of brilliance but has also been inconsistent, especially after losing Mike Hughes to injury in Week 9. McDuffie's presence would immediately upgrade our coverage, giving us a lockdown man-to-man corner capable of neutralizing the best WRs in the league. If this trade goes through, the impact on the Falcons' defense could be seismic. Think about it. A duo of McDuffie and A.J. Terrell locking down the perimeter, forcing opponents into difficult third-down situations and creating more turnovers. The Falcons are already a team that's trending upward with Desmond Ridder leading the offense, but adding a player like McDuffie could be the missing piece that pushes us from a decent team to a legitimate playoff contender. His ability to reduce aerial yards allowed, potentially by around 130 yards per game, combined with his knack for forcing turnovers, could be exactly what we need to turn this defense into a true strength. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The Falcons currently sit at 3-7, which isn't where we want to be, but with McDuffie, we could see a significant turnaround. His presence would boost our defensive efficiency, perhaps leading us to give up fewer points and yards, and ultimately helping us compete for a playoff spot. The division is wide open, and a strong second half could propel Atlanta into the postseason. If McDuffie's addition leads to just a few more wins, it could also shift the odds significantly for a Super Bowl run. According to Vegas odds, Atlanta's chances of making it to Super Bowl LX could jump from +6-0 to around +2-500 with this kind of upgrade on defense. And let's not forget, this kind of move isn't just about this season. It's about laying the groundwork for sustained success. McDuffie's youth and proven talent make him a long-term asset, one who could anchor our secondary for years to come. His impact in the playoffs could be massive, especially if he continues to develop and fit seamlessly into our defensive schemes. His ability to match up against top-tier WRs, like DK Metcalf, for example, would be a game-changer, allowing us to neutralize some of the most explosive offenses in the league. Of course, the trade isn't just about adding talent, it's also a strategic move by the Falcons' front office. Atlanta has around $15 million in cap space, which we're willing to absorb to make this happen. The idea is to strengthen our roster at a critical position, especially considering the injuries we've seen at cornerback. Losing Hughes to a neck injury last week was a blow, but acquiring McDuffie would help us fill that void and create some much-needed depth. This move could also serve as a catalyst for the entire defense, inspiring the entire unit to elevate their play in the second half of the season. In terms of the on-field impact, expect McDuffie to immediately step into a starting role, perhaps alongside Terrell, forming a formidable duo that opposing offenses will have a hard time breaking down. His man-to-man coverage skills would allow us to lock down top WRs, forcing teams to rely more on their running game or weaker parts of their receiving core. His ability to limit yards after the catch, YAC, would force opponents to get creative, potentially leading to more turnovers and less big play potential. Looking at the bigger picture, this trade could be the spark the Falcons need to ignite a late-season push. Our offense, led by Desmond Ridder, has shown flashes of brilliance, and with a defense that can clamp down on opponents, we might just surprise everyone. The NFC South is still up for grabs, and a strong finish with McDuffie's help could see the Falcons climb the standings, possibly making a deep playoff run. And of course, this move would send shockwaves through the league. The Chiefs, in the midst of a competitive season, may see this as a strategic rebuild move or an attempt to maximize their draft assets. For the Falcons, it's about seizing the opportunity to establish a new identity, a dominant, defensive-minded team that can contend for championships. It's a bold move, but one that could define the franchise for years to come. So, Falcons fans, keep your eyes peeled. This isn't just some rumor, it's a real possibility that could reshape our team's future. If McDuffie joins Atlanta, we're talking about a team that's ready to unleash a ferocious defense that can carry us deep into the playoffs, maybe even all the way to the Super Bowl. The potential is huge, and it's all happening right now in the NFL landscape. This could be the move that elevates the Falcons from playoff hopefuls to legit contenders, setting us up for a new era of success. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now I want to hear from you, Falcons fans. What do you think about this potential trade? Are you excited about McDuffie joining the team? Do you believe he's the piece that takes us to the next level? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters, not just to us, but to the entire Falcons family. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. We're on the cusp of something big, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Let's go, Falcons!